Daily Broadside, day 212. Up until a year or so ago, I didn't know what K-pop was, but from what I can tell, it's like Korean menudo. And it's very, very unnerving and uncomfortable to look at. It's just very strange. But I read an article yesterday. The headline said that BTS, which I guess is like the biggest of the K-pop groups, is taking a break to do their mandatory military service. And I thought to myself that's got to be, they just don't look like trained killers. No one in Korean menudo looks like a trained killer. So I'm sure that's going to go over well. Fortunately, there's other MOSs in the military that don't require their version of Korean infantry. And I cannot stand going to any store and they ask me to give $1 to, the Make a Puppy Foundation or, give a kid a coat or whatever. I'm sorry, Timmy ain't got a coat, but I'm not giving $1, okay? I don't like this kind of corporate charity charade that they put on, because it's a bunch of crap. And when the Lord made coconuts, he said, I will give them a great refreshing beverage, a great refreshing fruit to chew on whence on the island, but I will make it near impossible for them to open without sharp implements and tools. It's kind of like being in the ocean, floating along the ocean, stranded, and you're surrounded by trillions of gallons of water, none of which you can drink. Like being on a desert island and having all these coconuts that you can't get into, but would save your life if you could. And if you've never been in a fight in your life, the place to learn how to fight is not a bar, a bowling alley, a street, an alley, anything like that. You need to kind of get punched in the face a few times in a gym, in a closed, nice environment with padded floors and people that can say, okay, yeah, all right, he's good, okay? People that can kind of call it off, people that are going to check their punches, that kind of stuff. Because if your first fight is in a bar, it's just going to end poorly for you unless you're just some kind of weird version of, fighter genetics that typically is not existent in human nature. Most people have to train to be a good fighter. You can have good instincts, you can have a solid chin, that kind of stuff. You have good hands, you can be flexible, you can have moves that come easily to you, but it doesn't mean you're just born a fighter, okay? We're not animals in that sense. Bears probably don't have to practice mauling people, if you know what I mean. And one thing I liked about my maternal grandparents was, and it's probably why they lived as long as they did, is I always enjoyed going to their house because they ate ice cream every night before dinner. And that's what I'm reminded of whenever I see Biden sucking down a Cold Stone Creamery cone the size of Jill's head. That's a lot of calories, old man. But old people love their ice cream, man. And my those grandparents of mine would have been born in like the World War I era, the early teens. And I guess maybe the early 20s, probably early 20s. And, Biden's not quite that old, I don't think. But at any rate, old people love their ice cream. Don't take their ice cream.